Welcome to our YouTube channel Dream Dynamics.
Once upon a time, in a village nestled at the foot of towering mountains, there lived a young man named Eden. From the moment he took his first breath, life had not been kind to him. Born into poverty, his parents struggled to make ends meet, and adversity seemed to follow him like a shadow. Eden's childhood was marked by the absence of the simple joys most children took for granted. He watched other kids play with toys and go to school, while he toiled alongside his parents in the fields, helping them eke out a meager existence. As Eden grew older, life didn't relent. It only grew more challenging. But beneath the weight of his hardships, Eden nurtured a flicker of hope. He often found himself gazing at the distant mountains, their summits lost in the clouds. There was a mysterious aura about those peaks, and Eden believed that somewhere amid their rugged beauty, he might discover the answers he sought. He longed for something more than the relentless cycle of suffering that seemed to define his existence. One evening, as the sun painted the sky with hues of orange and pink, Eden heard whispers of a wise old Zen master who resided on a remote mountain, a journey away from his village. This Zen master, they said, possessed unparalleled wisdom, the kind that could transform the most troubled soul. It was a sign, Eden believed, a sign that his path was about to change. Without hesitation, he decided to embark on a journey to find Zen Master, yearning for answers to the questions that had tormented him for so long. Why did he suffer so much? And was there a way out of this relentless pain? Eden's journey was arduous. He traversed dense forests, crossed treacherous rivers, and climbed steep slopes. After days of relentless effort, he finally reached the foot of the sacred mountain where the wise Zen master resided. There, atop the mountain, he found an ancient monastery, surrounded by lush gardens and serene ponds, a haven of peace and tranquility. As Eden entered the monastery, he was greeted by the soft chanting of monks and the aroma of incense. In the main courtyard, he saw an old Zen master with a serene smile, sitting under a tree. Zen master eyes held the wisdom of centuries, and he seemed to radiate an aura of inner peace. "Welcome, young traveler," Zen master said in a gentle voice. "I am Master Kevi. What brings you to this sacred place?" Eden felt a rush of emotions as he shared his story, his pain, and his burning desire for answers. Zen master listened attentively, nodding occasionally. Zen master began to share the teachings of Zen philosophy, emphasizing the transformation from suffering to enlightenment. The foundation of Zen master teachings lay in the Four Noble Truths. These truths, he explained, could be a beacon of light to guide Eden out of suffering. The truth of suffering. Life is filled with suffering. Birth, sickness, old age, and death are inevitable aspects of human existence. But suffering goes deeper. It's the pain caused by attachment and desire. The truth of the cause of suffering arises from our cravings, our insatiable desires, and our attachments to the impermanent things of the world. The truth of the cessation of suffering, The good news is that suffering can be overcome, Eden. There is a path to its cessation, to lasting peace and happiness. The truth of the path to the cessation of suffering, this path, known as the Noble Eightfold Path, is a guide to living a life free from suffering. It encompasses right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. As Eden listened to these profound truths, a glimmer of hope ignited within him. He realized that there was a way out of his suffering, just as others had found, under the guidance of Zen Master. After days of learning and meditation, under Zen Master guidance, Eden began to delve deep into self-reflection. He pondered the suffering in his life, the losses, the regrets, and the relentless pursuit of material wealth. Eden started to see how his attachments and desires had fueled his suffering. He realized that his relentless pursuit of wealth had blinded him to the simple joys of life, and his regrets about the past kept him trapped in a cycle of anguish. One evening, as he watched the sunset over the mountains, tears welled up in his eyes. He knew he had to change to follow the path of Zen Master and to turn his pain into power. With newfound determination, Eden decided to follow the Noble Eightfold Path, the path to the cessation of suffering. He began to practice mindfulness, meditate daily, and cultivate compassion for himself and others. His journey was not without its challenges. Doubts and distractions often plagued him, and the allure of his old desires occasionally pulled him back. Yet, with the guidance of Zen Master, he pressed on. As the days turned into weeks and months, Eden noticed subtle changes within himself. He felt lighter, as though a heavy burden had been lifted from his shoulders. The more he let go of his attachments and cravings, the more at peace he became. However, the path to transformation was not without its trials. Eden faced numerous challenges that tested his newfound resolve. There were moments of doubt, times when he questioned whether he had the strength to overcome his suffering. Once, a severe illness struck him, leaving him bedridden for weeks. During this time, he battled not only the physical pain, but also the emotional suffering that had resurfaced. Yet, through the practice of mindfulness and the teachings of Zen Master, he found the inner strength to endure. There were also moments when old acquaintances from his village, still trapped in their cycle of suffering, marveled at his new way of life. They couldn't understand why he had chosen such a challenging path when material riches seemed so much easier to attain. But Eden knew that the true wealth he sought was not found in material possessions. It was the wealth of inner peace, compassion, and enlightenment. As the years passed, Eden's commitment to the path deepened, and he began to experience moments of profound insight and enlightenment. In these moments, he glimpsed the interconnectedness of all beings and the impermanence of all things. During one such meditation on this illusion, he found a newfound freedom and empowerment. Eden's moments of enlightenment were like rays of sunlight piercing through dark clouds. With each insight, he felt more connected to the world around him, and his suffering diminished further. He began to radiate a sense of inner peace and contentment that drew others toward him. Zen Master observing Eden's transformation, smiled knowingly. "You see, Eden," he said, "true wisdom lies not in the accumulation of knowledge, but in the realization of your own nature. You are discovering your true self, and in doing so, you are turning your pain into power." Eden nodded in understanding. He had come to grasp that his suffering had been a teacher, a catalyst for his spiritual growth. It had pushed him to seek answers, and in that quest, he had found the keys to unlock his own potential. With his newfound wisdom and inner strength, Eden made a decision. He would return to his village and share the teachings he had learned from Zen Master. He wanted to help others, turn their pain into power, just as he had done. As he journeyed back to his village, Eden encountered familiar faces, friends, and family members who had witnessed his struggles. They were astonished by the transformation in him. His presence radiated a sense of peace and serenity that was contagious. Eden began to teach the principles of Zen, explaining the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path. He encouraged others to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery, telling them that suffering was a universal human experience. Still, it was possible to transcend it through understanding, mindfulness, and compassion. Eden shared stories from his own life, showing how he had turned his pain into power and inspired others to do the same. Years passed, and Eden's impact on his community was profound. Many villagers had followed his teachings and found solace and purpose in their lives. Eden's village, once marked by poverty and despair, began to thrive. Not in material wealth, but in the wealth of human connection, kindness, and inner peace. Eden himself had become a beacon of hope, continuing to live a simple life, tending to the fields and gardens, meditating daily under the tree, and sharing his wisdom with all who sought it. He had turned his pain into power, and had, in turn, empowered those around him. In his old age, as he watched the sun set behind the mountains, Eden reflected on his journey. He had gone from a life of profound suffering to one of profound purpose. He had learned that pain could be a catalyst for growth and transformation, and that true power lay in understanding oneself and the nature of the world. Zen Master had passed away, but his teachings lived on through Eden and the generations of villagers who had embraced the path of enlightenment. Eden's life had become a testament to the enduring wisdom of Zen. And so, the story of Eden, the young man who turned his pain into power, became a legend in his village and beyond. It served as a reminder that no matter how deep the suffering, there was always a path to liberation, a path to enlightenment, and a path to turning one's pain into power. In the end, Eden's life was a testament to the timeless wisdom of Zen, which had shown the way from suffering to enlightenment. It was a reminder that the power to transform one's life was within reach, waiting to be discovered by anyone who dared to embark on the journey of self-discovery and inner peace. And so, as the stars blinked into existence above the mountains, Eden smiled, knowing that his life had been a journey well worth taking, and that his legacy would continue to inspire others to turn their pain into power, just as he had done. Dear friends, I hope you found this life-changing story inspiring and have learned valuable lessons from it. If you have, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more inspirational videos. Until then, take care of yourself.